Hi, this is Dominic the Food Reviewer. This weekend I got the chance out to check Rare Steakhouse, which is located at 833 East Michigan Street, inside of the 833 East by Irgens Partners, LLC. And they also have another location in Wisconsin, which is located in Madison, which is across the street from the Wisconsin State Capitol building. Almost. I first entered the Rare Steakhouse. It looks super fancy and a very family oriented vibe, I thought, in my own opinion, from my facts, just looking at it. And it's super modern, and you have a beautiful ambiance. It's open, and you can spend time with family and friends while you are inside and catching up with each other. Inside of Rare Steakhouse, it felt super cozy, romantic, and a historical style steakhouse. And they had pictures from all the different mayors throughout Milwaukee and the beer inventors, including Blatz and Lakefront and Miller Lite and so much more throughout the Milwaukee and the city. And they have private dining rooms where you can spend time with family and friends and knock your socks off and have a very tender sirloin or New York strip style steak. And it's just super colorful and nicely bright inside right when you walk inside. Rare Steakhouse is a perfect space and steakhouse and seafood space where you can spend time and have parties, graduations, or co-worker events. It is just a special environment you cannot go wrong with in our city at all. This special steakhouse has so many different kinds of choices from steaks including dry-aged tomahawks, Japanese wagyu that is like 50 ounces, and an 8-ounce filet mignon, 14-ounce New York strip, and a 9-ounce rib cap style steak that is extra juicy that you cannot ever go wrong with in this world and universe. Got the chance to meet the executive chef Todd and our waiter Raj. Our waiter Raj was super hardworking, and the chef Todd was super generous and gave me so many ideas how they cook their special Japanese style wagyu proteins and beef. I learned there are 4 main wagyu cattle breeds, and each with its own distinctive characteristics. 4 main Wagyu cattle beef characteristics include 4 different kinds, which includes Japanese black, which is pronounced Urorj. Number 2 is Japanese brown, which is pronounced Cage. And then number 3 is pronounced Japanese Pole, which is pronounced Ihan Takuku. And then number 4 is Japanese Shorthorn, which is pronounced Ihan Shirokiku. Snack, I got the chance to try the pop-up style dinner rolls, which came with a side of extra buttery maple butter that was just absolutely heaven. And they are perfectly golden brown, the pop-ups, and it kind of reminded me of a cornbread, and it had that extra fluffiness, I could tell, to the texture. That hit the spot. I got the chance to try the cheese and charcuterie with 3 chef-selected cheese that included prosciutto, salami, honey grain mustard, seasonal chutney, cornichon, and fleur de sel crackers. And a fun fact is that Rush Creek Reserve which is a special kind of cheese that was used in this that had a smooth texture that was insane, is only produced in the fall and made, and the diet for the cows begins to change over time from the summer pasture to the winter's dry hay, and the rich milk with that is perfect for a cheese like the Rush Creek style cheese to make it soft and decadent, and that's referred to as a savory Wisconsin style custard, if you did not know that, everybody. For an appetizer, I got the chance to split a shrimp cocktail with Gulf shrimp, spicy cocktail sauce, which came with it, and a side of lemon, and made it that Gulf shrimp have a nice sourness, and that cocktail sauce just melts into your mouth right away. And it tasted exactly like it was right out of the ocean, and that ice just makes it so freshful and super, just extra delectable, in my own opinion. For my main course dish, I ordered the 14-ounce New York strip steak with a side of roasted mushrooms with truffle oil on top. And that truffle oil made it have a nice extra juiciness, absorbance. And that steak was like a log. I ate that whole entire steak and I could not even believe it. It just, and that nice charcoal is one of my all-time favorites at the end. And it was perfectly cooked, and the size of it, wow. My second main course dish, I ordered and tried the 8-ounce filet mignon with a side of lobster macaroni and cheese with herb panko. Oh, that filet mignon with that, it looks kind of like a potato. It just melted right into my mouth. And it's shaped like a block, like a square. And it had an extra succulence. And that meat just has the bubbles that it absorbs, that moisture. And it has that perfect moisture to it, I thought, in my own opinion, while eating it and taking my first bite. And that lobster macaroni and cheese, that had a light cheesiness, and you can see that creaminess on the bottom with the noodles. It had that extra slanting to it, that extra kick. That filled me up like there was no tomorrow at all. I got the chance to try the Japanese style Wagyu beef, which had olives with Wagyu, which was served on the Himalayan salt blocks. And I promise you, that Wagyu beef, they knocked it out of the park, especially Chef Anthony and the executive chef Todd Leach. And that had an extra butteriness when I took a bite into it, and it was perfectly seasoned with the perfect amount of spices on it, and that extra well presented, and it was kind of like beef brisket. It kind of reminded me of. For dessert, I got the chance to try the Bananas Foster, which had toppings that included fresh bananas, house-made caramel and banana bread, and vanilla ice cream, which was super special.
Cinnamon butter and brown sugar. I'm going to caramelize it. So it's already melted now, so I can smell the sugar is already caramelized. And this is a banana liquor, and it is a Bacardi rum. And some cinnamon powder. The original recipe doesn't have banana bread, but we add the bread here to make it more tasty. And put them on top. All right, here you go.
In my own opinion, the banana Foster cake was super special, and that banana bread had a nice and mild texture to it, and it was perfectly shareable. Directed, produced, and edited by Dominic the Rare Positive Food Reviewer that went to Rare Steakhouse, and that New York strip was extra tender, and the butteriness melted right into my mouth and absorbed.